All right, Mike, we're going to do your before and after. Your after's on the left, your before is on the right. One of the big things that we worked on, we did some grip work. We just had a little posture work to do. You can see the difference that you're not looking like you're back on your heels anymore. Your back is a little bit straighter, not that you had a real rounded back before, but I like the fact that you don't feel like you're back on your heels. Your hands are underneath your chin more. That's getting your weight back on the balls of your feet. Okay, so we just created a little more space between your leg and your arms. Okay, very good with the setup right there. The other thing that we worked on the club face and a little bit of the shape of your swing. So as I draw the playing zone, line going up the shaft of the club, another line going through the base of the neck or the top of the shoulder. And in your takeaway, the first couple feet of your swing, what we worked on is getting the club face to feel like it's pointing towards the ball as it goes back. And you can see the difference when the club is halfway back. At the face of the club, if I draw a line on the leading edge, we call open, okay, produces a fade or a slice. And here the club face is tilted just a little bit, going towards the ball, which we call square. The thing that we've got to watch out for is that your hands get a tendency to get out away from you. You can see in your before, your hands are real close to the top line. I want your hands closer to the bottom line on your takeaway. So we've made some improvement with that. We're going to continue to work on that. The other big thing that we said is, I told you to feel like you're swinging a half swing. Okay, and just, if you get good, I'd love for you to stop right there. So the feeling for you is a half swing. What happens is you get up here, and you get what we call a little bit lifty. Okay, you can see that club face under the shaft, meaning that it's kind of open right there. Okay, you can see the club face not nearly as open up top. It's actually square. We still get a little bit long. And as you come back down, you're right on plane, club face, what we call square. And this way, I'm going to clear some of these lines out. You can see that club face here. We'll call open. We're going to the right. Clear these plain lines out now. You can see the club face, square. We're going straight. Just by the grip and how we took the club away. Very good change right there. You can see the ball going right where the club face was pointing. If I take a look at your face on, and when we talked, we just said it a different way. If you think about your right arm, okay, and we talked about the right arm, how the space in between the arms when you start, you can see a much better grip too. As you start to take the club away, you can see that the right arm gets low. Okay, we have this takeaway, we want to keep the right arm higher than the left. Okay, you can see that difference right there of the right arm staying a little more extended or higher than the left. And then all I want to do is let that right arm fold up. About there is where I'd stop you. Okay, we get a little long. Not as long as before. Just going to shorten it up just a little bit. Some people have a little longer swing, as long as the club face is square. So you get into a good extension in your follow through. You can see here, because of the club face being open, you get a little scoopy. Mm-hmm. You can see the difference in your follow through, which is a byproduct of a better club face into a nice finish, balanced finish. All right, yeah. The grip posture, club face, and that takeaway. Feeling like it's a half swing. All right, any questions?
No, that's good improvement.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah, you can see a difference in one day. Definitely. Good changes.
Great.
All right?
Thank you.
All right.